Now, I might give things, I'll just be given an odd mention.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll give a lot of important moments here.
Yeah,
Will they be any use to you?
yeah, yeah. That's it, yeah, no points yet though.
The senior final, or Division 1 final, are now the Croke Park Charity Challenge 2018. Mayo and Cork. Cork in the red, and Mayo with their traditional green above the red. The red must never appear above the green. Maybe if they changed it, the All-Ireland would come their way, and Neil Ain scored again the forward. For many of the people out in the field now, and I can see more than 30 people on the field at the moment, it's a great honour for most of them. Maybe never played in Croke Park before, and they get this opportunity to play. And believe it or not, this is a Tuesday night in the month of October. This is the 21st match to be played on this pitch today. All day long, the finals of the different divisions, A, B, C, D and so on, boys and girls from every school in Dublin that qualified for the final. All the finals played in 2 successive days, 18 yesterday, 17 today, but today's game's been honoured by this extra game tonight. The shield has been won by Cork. Mayo, they're all out to win this here and to be winners of a cup of some sort in Croke Park. Croke Park, a very, very interesting place. The first All-Ireland final to be played in Croke Park was that of 1895. Unusual, hurling and football were played on the same day, and both of them won by Tipperary. That's something, the hurling and football double on the same day. They went on to repeat it 2 in the one day in the year 1900 again. It hasn't been done ever since. So that was the first game ever played in Croke Park. It wasn't known as Croke Park at the time, it was still Jones's Road. 2 points by Mayo already, no score by the Cork players yet, as we go on talking another little bit about it. The 1890 All-Ireland finals. Both won by Cork. They won the football and hurling not in the same day or anything like that, but the All-Irelands of that year were won by Cork, hurling and football. They did the same later on again, and the last All-Ireland that they won in football, they won it in 1920. '90 they won it. What an achievement was for Cork 100 years later. The anniversary, the year 1990, believe it or not, they won the football and hurling that year as well. So they did it in 1890, they honoured it 100 years later. Not the same players, of course. Still 2 points for Mayo, no score for Cork. A lovely, cool evening here in Croke Park. Not cold, but cool, and players enjoying it and the spectators enjoying it as well. It has been a wonderful afternoon, and when people add in what it's all in aid of, well, then makes it all worthwhile. Now I'll give an idea how many players in the field now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I can see over 20 in one half of the field. There are at least I would say there are over 40 players on the field now. Teams started off as 21 aside when the GA started. The GA, of course, that was founded in 1884, started with 21 aside. People said it was too crowded. Pitches used to be smaller at the time. just in an ordinary field. Later cut down to 17, eventually cut down to 15. I think in 1913 or thereabouts, it's been 15 aside ever since. Another extraordinary incident took place here in Croke Park. It was the 28th of August in 1926. On the 1st of January that year, the first radio came into existence in Ireland. It was known as 2RN, the figure 2 and then RN, and it was meant to be Éireann. So that was the first radio station, started on the 1st of January, going on for a few hours a day. And then in the month of August, late in August 1926, a gentleman called P.S. O'Hegarty, he made his way into Croke Park from an office of the radio that was down in the GPO at the time, and he came in, and speaking Irish, he said, "Tá smuoin of a gun." And they asked him what his smuoin of, what his idea was, and his idea was, "Tá achfani a gunne." We have equipment in the radio that could be brought to Croke Park on Sunday next, when Galway are hurling Kilkenny in the All-Ireland semi-final, and he could talk about the game as it was proceeding. And anyone, and not too many, had radios in Ireland at the time. It was in its infancy, but he did say they could hear about the match and the story of the match as it was happening. And whoever met him on that day is smuoin of mahe. It's a good idea. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. And then the day came, the 28th of August 1926. The man on the microphone that day was P.D. Meegan. He was a Cork man that had spent his life in London and played football for London and all that, knew the game very well. He was the commentator that day. P.D. Meegan held it for a few years, but the strange thing about it, the wonderful thing about it, that was the first time anywhere in the world that sport was broadcast live by any of the many radio stations that were in existence for years and years, and nobody had thought that sport would be suitable for that medium until that Cork man P.S. O'Hegarty came to Croke Park saying "Tá smuoin of a gun." And the record still stands and will stand forevermore. The first live broadcast of a sports event anywhere in the entire world took place in Croke Park, Ireland, 28th of August 1926, when Kilkenny beat Galway in a very, very good All-Ireland hurling semi-final. Shin Maraví. Looking at the scoreboard now, it's 3 points to Mayo and 1 point for Cork. I have a feeling the 2019 is going to be Mayo's year. They last won in 1951, and what a great team they were. Won in 1950. They are first in 1936. Cork might get a chance here. We haven't seen many goals. This is close enough, but not over the line. We've seen a brilliant goalkeeping all afternoon down in that Hill 16 goal. Wonderful players out there in the field waiting. Cork, they have won the Shield. The presentation of the cup, of the main match of the day, is still on. Mayo leading 3 points to 1. It's a slender lead. Cork are great battlers. Won All-Ireland hurling and football. They won 4 in a row in hurling, 40 to 41. But Kilkenny equalled that later on. Nobody has won 5 in a row in hurling. Nobody has won 5 in a row in senior football either. Dublin have a chance in the year of 2019 as the 43rd player comes onto the field to join in. He's wearing a red jersey. I'm sure he'll join with Cork. Ball being held now, coming out. Every blade of grass has been covered this afternoon. I'll give another attempt at the census of this afternoon. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48.
We've had a great day, and a lot of people have really lived their boyhood dreams and childhood dreams, should I say, by playing in Croke Park. So huge thanks to John Horan, Peter McKenna and all of Croke Park for allowing us what is a spectacular stadium and allowing us the privilege of gracing this hollow turf. So thanks John, he'll be there later on. So I think it's important to acknowledge Croke Park. Peter McKenna especially, it's our third time here, so we're very privileged. Secondly, to all the stewards from Croke Park, to Elaine as well in Croke Park, and Maeve, who've organised all the logistics around getting us into the stadium, and the dressing rooms, and the players' lounge, and the food. So thanks guys to all the stewards and to the staff of Croke Park. And to all you guys for coming along, raising a lot of money, donating a lot of money, all the celebrities and the stars for giving up their time as well, so freely and so generously. We saw them, there's a huge array of people here. Too many to thank now, it's getting cold. Thank our sponsors, we'll thank them later on tonight, particularly Caraboyle, and in particularly Fáilte Ireland and McKeever Gear. What about the gear? It's unbelievable, guys. Thank all our sponsors later. We have a Man of the Match of the awards, and the Man of the Match picked by Micheál Ó Muircheartaigh doesn't go to Enda Kenny, it goes to Eamon Dalton.
I just say, normally when you watch the Sunday game and someone gets mad at the match, you say, oh, I'm picking this up on behalf of the team. I'm not, I'm picking it up on behalf of
The Pope was here a few weeks ago, so the curse has definitely been lifted. And now I'm going to get Enda, who was brilliant in this event all the way along and helping us organise it. He's going to present the cup, the Croke Park Challenge Cup, to Mayo's winning captain, Cora Staunton.
Thanks, great. Thanks, Enda. You're normally good at talking, I'm not. I'd like to thank our two managers. They had very, very good tactics out there. We won't tell you what they were, but they were quite good. So to John and Enda, and obviously just to Alan and all the people that came, it's a massive cause for Self-Help Africa. To everyone that came, even for me to be watching some people out there that you've seen on telly, AP McCoy and the likes, they're very, very competitive out there, and Sáile O'Sullivan and everyone that came, it's a wonderful cause. And for Alan, everything that you've done, I don't think you get enough credit for all the work you've done, talking to a couple of people of all the work you've done. And just thanks to everyone for coming. As Alan mentioned, there's numerous sponsors, and the opposition, we have to, I don't really like giving 3 cheers to Cork, but we'll give 3 cheers to Cork. Okay, so hip hip. Hey! Hey!
Guys, you know, I'm just going to say thanks to everyone for coming along, the supporters, the families as well, all our families, my wife and the kids, and for supporting us all, and all of Self-Help Africa as well, all the staff who were amazing, News Talk, Tenio, Paul Burns for organising the whole day, Micheál Ó Muircheartaigh, Ger Canning, Luke, the cameraman, Damien, camera. We've a huge amount of volunteers, we can't go through them all today. We're going to have a great night, but what we need now is everybody to get showered quickly. There's a free bar upstairs, sponsored by Diageo. News Talk Off the Ball are broadcasting a great show, so we want to get a good crowd up there, get a great atmosphere going before the dinner. So if you can shower and shave and whatever you do, and get upstairs quickly. Thanks very much. There you go.